I'm Phoenix Wright, and this is a blessed area where we don't have any technical difficulties. I have cast a spell that protects us all.
Magic circle.
Everyone reblog and say thank you, Magic Phoenix.
Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office.
Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago.
Maybe you should.
2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark.
Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? He was made of lead?
I think
that
he
would
is made of
explain
lead.
some things. Yes, Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations.
They even had the same office.
They were office mates.
No.
Oh my God, they were.
We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Not Gumshoe.
Oh.
Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place.
Maybe this is just Foley for, like, her talking through one of those jail cell speakers.
Maybe.
Like,
How
Phoenix
is
has
the
picked up a
audio
little
really
phone
bad?
on the other side. I mean, it sounds
Yeah,
like you're talking on a phone.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he tried to murder Emma.
Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. I almost said Drake.
You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me.
The first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was the crime.
Oh.
Look.
Now you tell us.
Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So we waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room.
Why did they let their guards down in the room with a serial killer?
From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. Yikes.
That's where he found me.
So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana?
It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark.
Oh God.
Yikes!
When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood.
What
Like
is it with
everyone in
smelling
this game
blood?
can smell.
3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out.
And the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious.
What did you do?
To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her.
Can't blame her. After all her sister must have gone through.
After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest.
Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident?
That's right. Quite a coincidence, hmm?
I don't buy it.
What are you saying?
That case was a fake. There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident just by chance.
But that case was solved 2 years ago.
Oh boy.
At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved.
Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely.
I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark.
Life doesn't end with the closing of a case.
His did.
Ooh. Yeah. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories.
That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right?
Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The Chief's office.
Maybe we should have a look at the Chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Maybe we should.
Eh.
Who wants to guess what percent my computer is at now?
24.
24!
Oh,
Not nice!
alright, we all walked into that one. Hey, it's February 24.
God.
I don't see Detective
Well.
Gumshoe anywhere. Oh, is this not where I would have...
Things seem kind of quiet around here today.
You're right. The Chief of Detectives seems the same, though.
Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to?
Right. We can come back here later. Well, excuse me for thinking this was how we would get into Gant's office.
Howdy, Bambina.
Oh, Mr. Marshall.
Never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera sera. You never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? That's a fun song. No, I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning.
Billy?
Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed?
Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner.
But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it?
Why do prospectors head west?
Because
Colonialism.
there's gold in them there hills?
Yeah.
If there ever was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one.
Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened?
Huh. Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so.
What do you mean, fishy?
Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon.
The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip that I have right here?
Yeah, careful where you're swinging that around. That was Joe Dark's, alright. But, in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised.
A question?
Yeah, just like that.
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained.
What does that mean? Fingerprints of the knife?
Oh, God.
It means there's a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased.
Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence?
That case left behind scars on all of us.
The scars that the SL9 incident left behind.
I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I'm dumb as shit. Real himbo.
He does not respect women.
It's also not that beefy.
He's also
He
not
had
that
beef
kind.
in his hand.
He only has one of
Basically,
the
he's-
requirements, and it's dumb.
I just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together.
How old was he, your brother?
He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day.
The highest honor? You mean the...
King of prosecutors.
I knew it.
How did we somehow circle back to this exact same thing?
What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor.
Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother.
The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as...
That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal.
Oh God.
Interesting.
It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. Tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die.
Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty.
Scars.
There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Ms. Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room.
What about Detective Goodman?
If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious.
They?
Who are you talking about?
Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Alana Sky.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second-in-command, Lana Sky. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers.
After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right?
Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left.
Huh?
Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Skye was totally different when she was a detective.
Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too.
Tell me, what happened to my sister?
Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded.
I mean, it wouldn't be if you just.
I never
talked.
found out.
Lana's secret. It all started 2 years ago.
So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner?
I don't know if I would say I enjoyed it. It was certainly enlightening.
There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant.
Can't believe that he's shady.
Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Good, quit the police.
Why did he spit?
He gotta.
Too bad I won't be around to work with you. When you become a real and scientific investigator.
Aww.
Aw.
Adios, Bambina.
Maybe he does drink his respect women juice. Although I don't really like him calling her Bambina.
Yeah.
Does that just mean like little girl? Like,
I feel like the way he's using it is just like, you are a child.
anyway, my computer has finally restarted for real, so here's hoping.
Incredible. Godspeed.
Okay.
No one's here today. Not even Miss Starr.
Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are.
But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m.
Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway into our case.
But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. That is kind of Phoenix's specialty.
Hang in there, Lana.
I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow.
A very fast deadline.
Hello, Edgeworth, are you here?
Mr. Edgeworth isn't here. No.
Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee? He took a real beating in court today.
Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago.
I guess we'll just have to come back later. Okay. Then I don't know what I'm doing.
It seemed like we were supposed to go to Chief Gant's office, but...
Yeah, but like I can't. Oh, is Gumshoe here now?
Oh.
This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted.
Oh no.
That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room.
Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us.
With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together.
I think festive is the word usually used for those.
No, chaos. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Sure, just go poke around in there, that's fine. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor.
God.
Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? Don't question it. I mean, we aren't police officers or anything.
The opposite of Maya.
Hey, you're right. You can't go in there, it's off limits.
Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Sure. Sure.
Okay! Time for good music.
Is that just a
Oh
fucking
my.
organ?
Sir!
Hello?
That it is.
Listen,
Okay,
The
I-
taxpayer dollars!
If he's not a villain,
whoa, where am I? That's why his theme is this organ music.
I'm gonna cry.
oh my god. In the chief's office, silly. At least, that's what it said on the door.
Proof that police departments are overfunded.
Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it?
And it's playing
Hey.
itself.
I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten.
What?
They used to call me Little Miss Bach.
There are
It's
so
actually
many
very
problems here. Like, who was teaching the organ in kindergarten?
I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes.
Okay. That's like step one.
I never could remember where C was.
Oh
I
man.
think she just played a C.
Oh? Hmm?
Ah!
Oh, it's you two.
Chief Gant! He put that paper he was reading in his desk.
That doesn't seem that suspicious. So,
Not at
righto! Have you been swimming lately?
No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately.
I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct. And Lana's provocative statement.
Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence.
2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there?
Beautiful.
That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me.
So this is Mr. Marshall's brother. Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Prosecutor Chief Marshall.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard that.
God damn it.
I see a vase in that picture.
Oh, what?
We took it to commemorate our work together.
Something's not right with this picture. That jar is way too unsteady.
Is that a gold suit of armor?
So Lana's
Yeah.
not smiling.
I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. Snatched.
Gant team picture.
Yeah.
Cute.
Hello? The pauses kill me.
If only this was when my internet was cutting out.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together, you trespassing bitch.
Oh,
There's the
He's
pseudo-
got me. I
in the
am a
background.
trespassing bitch.
trespassing.
Okay.
Get in this office.
Go.
It was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore.
All the same, we'd still like to have a look around.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend.
Okay.
Looks like we aren't welcome.
Yeah, you can say that again.